Yo, my dudes, what's going on? David here, and welcome to another reaction. This episode, we are diving into New Girl Season 1, Episode 13, called Valentine's Day. Hopefully, you've been enjoying the series. Hopefully, you're having a wonderful day. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Head on over to Patreon for the full, uncut, unedited reactions over there. Episodes extra early over there as well. But with that being said, buckle your seatbelts. Let's ride.
Bill. Yes.
Every time you have sex with the same person, Jess, you die just for a little bit. It's like a copy of a copy.
Lucky us, we get to go out looking for some strange. Happy V-Day, playa.
Holla! Look, Jess, truth is, I don't go out on Valentine's Day.
What?
There's no thrill. You know, all these bars filled with emotionally vulnerable women. I'm like a Dominican teenager playing Little League. It's just not fair for everybody else.
It's my first single Valentine's Day in 6 years, and I need to go out, okay?
No, bad idea. You can't go on a first date on Valentine's Day, Winston.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's not a first date, man. We used to hook up all the time. You know, for 2 years I had a number stored on my phone as Shreddy because I was too drunk to type Shelby. She just wants a relaxed night in. It actually sounds kind of sexy. Dude, we're just trying to figure each other out, that's all.
You know where that puts you in 6 months? Yeah, watching It's Complicated on DVD while you cradle your newborn baby to sleep.
Oh.
You don't have one-night stands. You get way too attached. I mean, you could have an emotional connection with a shoe on the side of the road.
Oh, one shoe? I hate that.
Is this Schmidt's idea?
It's my idea. I want to try a one-night stand. Tonight is all about
This can't
what
be good.
little
This
Jess
cannot be
wants.
good.
Little.
Jeff.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna text Kyle and tell him to meet us at the bar because I'm not leaving you alone like this.
But I'll tell you what, I would still hit that. I mean, despite the age difference, I would just take that to Pound Town. You know what I mean? Just take her to visit the boneyard. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Nick! That's my boyfriend, Nick. Hi, that's my little intern, Cliff.
Excuse me, Cliff.
Can you get him a
Ow,
water?
Cliff.
Thank you.
You're no longer working here, Cliff.
I'm kidding you.
What's his name?
We are actually gonna meet up later because he's got a little surprise for me.
Spoiler, it's his penis.
Okay, stop. Enough. Pay attention.
Spoiler alert.
I know, but if you end up having sex with him, it's gonna be missionary with a lot of eye contact. Look, that is not one-night stand material.
Jealous. I missed right on this one. Sorry.
No connection.
0.
Sorry, babe. No.
Look at the way she's waving.
Also, we both love lunch.
Love lunch.
You're
Wow,
kidding.
what a coincidence.
When people talk about breakfast being the most important meal of the day, I'm like,
What?
Oh.
What is that?
what about lunch, man?
Come on,
You are
Cece.
way too beautiful. She'll think she doesn't have a shot with me. Can you stop looking at me like that, please?
What? Look, I'm not even looking at you.
The pouty one, the naughty baby Indian. It's too spicy, and now my lip is swollen.
Oh, God. The true Oliver
All right,
shows
get
up.
in there, man. Double bag it.
I got that covered. These guys, honey back, so.
100 condoms?
Oh
What, are you gonna
my
have sex with
God.
an army?
Well, I'm gonna get up in it, man.
It's the biggest box of condoms I've ever seen, honestly. Does it have like a roller? Like, you know, you go through the airport with it?
I'm gonna rip him a new one.
Very intimidating. A normal man can go maybe 3 times in a night, depending on how much salmon he's had.
He's literally the most boring person I've ever met.
With her, is it gentle or is it not so gentle? You know what I mean?
Cliff, what are you doing, bud?
Yeah, I'm gonna act like you didn't just say that.
What are you even doing right now?
Ming, I got your text. What part of that did you not understand?
You want some champagne, Cliff?
Are you Officer Krupke?
Just
Cece?
Cece. Hello.
Why are you crashing Jess's one-night stand?
Well, he asked me if I wanted to watch Planet Apes. I didn't know he meant right now.
Ugh!
What's wrong with
Oh,
you?
my
Tell him
God.
to leave.
Get out of there, Schmidt. Leave your car there and I'll come get you, okay?
What is going on over there? Where are you? Where's Kyle?
I'm at a playground. Kyle's shrooming. See you guys later.
These monkeys look so real.
apes. They're apes.
Oh, you one of those? Like there's a real
Get
difference.
out.
Like there's a real difference.
No.
All right.
Yo, what happened? Oh, the neighborhood he's in.
There was a really weird week where I wore a long blonde wig and I made everybody call me Sandy Ferguson.
I have never loved anyone that much.
Then I drove to Mexico and I tried to enter a cockfight.
As a person?
Yes, Cliff, as a person. Come on! Get me out of here! Help! Help! I've had a tough couple of days, Freddie.
Don't.
Not doing it
Okay.
anymore. I'm not working all night on Valentine's Day. I'm just gonna get in my car and I'm just gonna drive until I see the sun. Cause it's gotta be shining somewhere. And for once in my life, and I'm gonna spend some time with my birds. Woo!
No, Cliff, we're gonna start paying you so soon.
Julie, I'm
happy.
so sorry. I just told him a story about when I got arrested in Mexico.
Sorry, I just came to get Schmidt.
Schmidt left like an hour ago.
No, I didn't.
Are you
No, he
kidding me?
didn't.
My tires were stolen by street youths.
Street use.
Hey, did I
Oh,
pee in my
no.
pants? Friends, did I pee in my pants?
No,
guys?
you're just on drugs.
He definitely peed, I can see.
See? Who's the idiot now? Okay,
No,
all of you,
no,
get out of here.
You don't want a man who has fancier underpants than you.
I keep trying to tell her that.
It's true.
You want to have the fanciest drawers in the relationship. Boom.
Wow.
He's still trying to do this with an ex here?
Hey, are you gonna be done soon?
Maybe.
It's just so hard, you know? I feel so alone sometimes. And I lied to you. I'm not a web creator.
I'm not a player.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I miss it so much.
And I just want you to know that there's a photocopy of my butt somewhere in your recycling bin.
Okay.
I had a weird moment, Julie, and I went for it, okay? And if anyone finds it, I want them to know that I moved during the copy and I don't actually have 2 butt cracks.
I know.
Yeah, I got your text, and yeah, it was wrong, just like every single other text you've sent me tonight. Can I call you tomorrow? I'm sorry.
I wonder if that's what's gonna be the demise of this relationship.
Are you actually arguing with me about that?
Oh,
What?
were you
What? No.
with Schmidt?
No. No. I was holding those, but I. No.
Oh my God, what has gotten into you?
no.
And why do you have so many condoms?
Don't ever speak of this again.
You need one. Top
Put them in
10,
both-
let's
no,
go. We'll get
I
these
was
later.
feeling twirly.
No, you're not
She was
having
feeling
sex with
twirly.
Schmidt.
You smell so good right now.
Oh my god, yeah, Schmitty. Cece, right?
Okay, I almost tried to hook up with Schmidt last night.
Would have been crazy.
Is she upset? Alrighty, season 1, episode 13 of New Girl. I love this show, man. I really love this show. There's really not much bad things to say about the show itself. It delivers almost every single episode. And even in this episode, which it wasn't my favorite, it still delivers really good moments. It still has very strong characters. I'd probably give this episode maybe 6-7 range. I thought it was an okay episode. I like the Julia Nick relationship. You know, I was very critical of Julia when I first saw her on screen because, you know, I'm very pro Jess, if you will. And so whenever somebody messes with Jess, it rubs me the wrong way. But she's definitely come around. I'm very nervous, though, that with her being as busy as she is, if it would be too much for Nick. I guess we have to wait and see for that. But, you know, the relationship between them, I'm really enjoying it. Obviously, the episode is called Valentine's Day, and so they're hanging out. And, you know, they made plans. They're not really big Valentine's Day people. I'm not myself either. But, you know, he went out of his way, Nick, to make plans with her, to have dinner with her, to do the whole Valentine's Day thing. And pretty much she gets stuck at work. And that's the story with Nick and, you know, Julia. The Cliff thing was funny. Him talking to Nick the way he was before he knew that Nick was her boyfriend. But then it kind of just was just like whatever. It's not that it was bad by any means. It was just just okay. It was casual. The story between them was just, it was just fine. Nothing special was happening. Nothing really humorous was going on. Just really good storytelling, I guess you can say, about, someone who, Nick himself, he's very much into Julia, but, Julia was busy. And, she seemed very apologetic about it. It seemed very sincere, her apology about not being able to do what he had, planned for them. But basically, that's pretty much all that story was, which was fine. It wasn't anything like great by any means, but it was solid. It was real cool. And then we have the other story is Winston and Shelby, who I also like very much. I think that Winston is coming off and proving to her that, like, back in the day he was the way he was, but he's no longer that way. That he really feels and has feelings for Shelby, and that he really enjoys being around her. He even is willing to do girls' night without knowing about it. And, for the most part, it looked like he did his job. He did, exactly what he set out to do. Made her happy, made her think that, he was, regretful of the way he treated her back then. But that, he's a changed man, a more mature man, and, he means business. He's not just here to screw off and do stupid stuff. And so she eventually gives into it and lets him, stay over, and they hook up. And so that's really cool. I'm hoping it isn't a booty call. I'm hoping Winston sticks with Shelby. I like her a lot for him. And that's pretty much another, It was fine. It was really fine. Was it like hilarious? No, not really. Not at moments. I guess there was a moment here and there that I laughed and thought was funny, but like there wasn't any like, my God, hilariousness going on. And then we have Schmidt and Jess, who are both single on Valentine's Day. Schmidt normally stays indoors. He doesn't like going to the bars, but obviously Jess is feeling twirly, and so she's got to get her fix. And so she's trying to have a one night stand, meaningless sex, and as she suckered Schmidt into going with her. And so basically they're at the club talking to people, anyone that she's like got a lot in common with. Schmidt and Cece were like waving it off, saying no. And then she just meets this random dude where I was like, oh yeah, that's probably the guy she's gonna hook up with. And so basically Kyle, I think his name is in here. Oliver, Errol, whatever. I don't know his real life name either. Basically, he's in this episode again. I think his name was Kyle. And I don't like him for Cece, man. I don't. He just seems like the typical, I guess you can say, guy that dates supermodels. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't know. He just doesn't seem like a very good fit for Cece. But that's how Cece is. Cece likes those kind of guys, so it makes sense. But basically, he shows up. He's being all touchy, and I thought they were gonna act a little bit more on, the redhead that was staring at Schmidt, but they didn't. He just let it be. They just let her be the one that was staring at him. Part of me wonders now, seeing the ending of the episode, if Cece has at least some kind of feelings for Schmidt, because at the club, bar, whatever it was, she definitely was putting the moves on Schmidt to make the girl jealous, but at the same time, like, were you though? Or were you like acting on like, maybe some feelings you got deep down in? And so basically, Schmidt hangs out with Jess while she's trying to get the one night stand. Jess is like, oh my God, he needs to leave. He then, Cece calls and he starts to go outside. I guess they're in a really bad neighborhood or whatever. And his wheels were taken, his tires, his wheels, everything. They just took it all and left him on cinder blocks. And basically we get to the end and it's Jess coming home. Schmidt comes out. He's like, oh, whoa, you're home so fast. I had a feeling right then and there. I had thought that they had already hooked up. He was coming out from there, but I guess he was freshening up before he went to go see Cece in the other room. But man, Jess was actually that twirly that she was gonna go hook up with Schmidt, which is crazy. It's nutty to even see, her get that in the mood that she was going to sleep with someone that she, obviously always says has no chance. And so that was funny. Nick obviously spots this. I thought he was gonna be more weird about it, but I think he's really into Julia, which is good. I'm really cool with the fact that he wasn't like upset that she wouldn't sleep with him type of thing. I think he really is into this Julia girl, and so that's cool. The huge box that she had of condoms was funny as well. Like, why does she need so many? But yeah, it's just overall, it's really hard to sort of nitpick and say, oh, this is a terrible episode. In any of the episodes, the 13 episodes that I've watched, because the show is just so enjoyable. I love Jess as the character she is. I love, every individual character for who they are. Some may rub me wrong in certain episodes just by the actions they do. But, at the end of the day, like, I enjoy the show a lot. I love the characters. I love the chemistry between all of them. And it's just, this was a very, what do they call that when, like, you progress story-wise? It just seemed like one of those episodes where we got deeper into the Nick and Julia thing. We got deeper into the Winston and Shelby thing. And pretty much we got to see a little bit of Cece and Schmidt, which, like, I like them a lot. I don't, maybe I'm just being hopeful and wishful that, Schmidt could land somebody like Cece, but hey, who knows, man? We've seen weirder things in life. But that is the episode. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you enjoyed the reaction. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Head on over to Patreon for the full, uncut, unedited reactions over there. Episodes extra early over there as well. With that being said, talk to you guys later. Be easy, guys.